Welcome to the review class. We are going to the end of the 4-week Qigong training seminar from Grandmaster Chia. So we have a lot in the head, but not yet in the body. But practice is the secret of all the secrets, and the essence, to understand the essence, we need some theory. And that is good, and that Master Chia can provide us. Because I think no awesome master really can provide so much into this theory to explain. But the essence is actually what this, there are 3 monkeys, but we have 4 monkeys. So that is one essence. Bring your senses inwardly. One. And the next is the grounding. And making the body fluid, the blood, all the fluid. I mean, we are consist of about 70% of fluid. Make them flow, right? But our lifestyle compromised this, unfortunately. And the other thing is also, we have to learn each movement. I mean, when a baby born, they can hardly do something, right? So all the finger movement, each movement we have to do, and how many times we have to repeat. How many times a mother knows how many times has to repeat until the child starting to follow to do it. It's many times. But then later on we forgot that we have to repeat. We say, okay, one time I go in the seminar and I have it. That is just the starting point of that daily repetition. But this is not so easy. It's a challenge. So make at the moment just simple. If you started, if you have already some, you have maybe a bigger variety of in your program, but make it simple that you can do every day. At least 5-10 minutes. But you will see if you start this 5-10 minutes, that what you think was important, maybe not so important anymore. So you continue to practice. And then if still make you thinking this what you should do, okay, you can still do it. Right? But you have done at least something. And sometimes you learn something makes you so much thinking and you practice, this goes more far away. It's no more so important. Actually, it's not important. I always reflect, one day maybe you cannot move at all, or one day, the moment you get sick, you cannot do anything. You cannot do any important meeting, you cannot do. Even it's so important, you cannot do. The body tells you have to lay down in the bed, right? And that is, sometimes it is, so most important is you, the body first. So doing that. So I'm going to show you, actually I do not like so much tools. Going to buy this, going to buy that. We like to buy, right? But finally we don't use the tools anymore. But a few tools I have in my house. I mean the heaters, right? The heater what we have already. Good to have a few heaters around on the bedroom and living room and the office, and you just sometimes you heat. So you have heaters around. When you come normally in normal household, you come in the living room, what is in the most important wall area? TV, right? So you sit down on the sofa and you watch the TV. Okay, I just look, maybe something coming. I don't want to look long, just want to watch. Then you start to stuck on that. So put something more important there, like a trampoline. Then you lay down on the sofa and you see trampoline. Oh, maybe I should go on the trampoline. The trampoline, actually it's quite, now it's amazing cheap, you can buy this. And I know many people have this trampoline, they buy it, but then they put in the storeroom, they not have anymore. So you need to have this in the bedroom or in the living room, there you see every day to make, and I show you something what is really beneficial and very fast. So, who wants to come up? Yeah.
There was one of the legs is not quite.
Hmm?
One of the legs is not.
Yeah. Okay. So now you no. You hold like this. Maybe here. So now you hold as much as you can, right? And I press down. You give the whole force, right? You're a strong woman, right?
No.
No. So you hold. Okay? But you had all your force, right?
I did my best.
Yeah, okay. Now you go on the trampoline. And now you just do bouncing. Yeah, just relax. Not jumping, bouncing. not jumping, just bouncing. Relax, just only bouncing. So she do the bouncing, and bouncing, when you touch here on your shoulder, what the muscle does? Moving, right? The muscle move. And you think only this muscle move? Whole body, all the muscle. I think we have about 600 muscles moving. So you move 600 muscles in one time, in 1 minute, 2 minutes, no more. No? Now you come down. Now we do the same. Full pull.
Bit better.
You see? You feel more grounded?
Yeah, feel more grounded and more full.
Yeah. Okay, this was short. It doesn't last so long. You need to do more. But this gives you a fast grounding. Okay? Yeah. Good, thank you. So, we have three. You can take. So we do now a little bit more practice. You can take the one. You should not lift up. This here should not lift up, but should not lift up. This should not lift up. Or this here and this you can use. And I think that Mark, you want one. There's one more outside, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did already jumping this morning.
Okay, you did. So, okay, normally when you go on a trampoline, people jump too much. And you need, I mean, for those, they have the balance problem. They have also the delivery, a bar, then you can hold. So you can more focus on the bouncing. So we're not jumping, we're just bouncing. So we have the shoulder wide stand. Yeah, try a little bit to stand, like it, not like this, little bit. Focus in your Tantien. Raise the arm up. All the way up. Stretching up. Now you're a little bit tight. You tight a little bit. The body a little bit tight. And slowly down. So there are many also positions that we can use, like the embracing the tree. In this position, you not have to stand 1 hour because you cannot stand so long. So it takes faster. So embracing a tree, holding the golden urn, the yang position, and the yin position. You can stand in this position down and down. If you have, you can do the iron bridge. And even you can go into the turtle. This is now a different, you need to bounce from the Tantien. And the buffalo. Now you can do all these forms. And now the Tantien, you press. Tantien, press. And now pull from the Tantien. Hard. And pull. And crown. And pull. And slowly down. And kidney. Press. And pull. And then you can go a little bit walking. Even you can go in a little bit cardio. Or a little bit jumping here. Good for digesting. And you can using the Tantien, sitting down, lift up. First you can do only one feet also, or later on both, moving from the Tantien. That's funny. It's good, eh? Yeah. Okay. Good, and then you have a good laughing too. Good.
Walter, can you just confirm when we were doing the heart, were you pushing in or holding your breath? Or
You press and then you push.
that was it.
But you have you have the pressing and here expand. So here you need the Tantien.
So you're expanding it or pull?
You have more force. No. How you get more force? How you get more force? Then we have no. Then you have to open the bottle. You cannot do. How you do? Huh? And
Press the air out.
press the ace and press your ass, right? And your face, and your teeth. Why you do so strange, funny face?
Increased energy, I guess.
You ask all the 640 muscles, help me to open. You ask all the team members to push, right? But if you have only 1-2 muscles active, you're very weak. If you walk, how many muscles you use? If you, young people, when they walk, all the muscles move, right? Old people, when they walk, how many muscles they use? But they have still, they're not used anymore. So we need to activate all the muscles every day. And how we do them? I mean, very good. But we need not have this. But we need to check if we do all the muscle. Toes, leg, buttock, perineum, tongue, eye, even the eye. So that, but when you squeeze, only a few muscles do, right? So you have to, all the time you have to remind the weak member, do the job. One day they will do it. Yeah, the body will do. The body is not stupid. Little bit lazy. go on with that snipping out, a little bit, try to do, not to do things, right? This little bit, this is, I mean, I was in the Swiss military, and the cleverest always can they sneak out, not be visible, don't do the job. This was my most biggest task in the military. To sneak out, to find a place, nobody see you, but you're still there. There's some that was, and other they always they have to do this is a very hard job that I don't like to do. So this is one. So some part the trampoline do good thing like a short. Don't do too much on the beginning, only a few minutes. You can harm the body too. You know, anything good, too much you can harm. Too much, too little. We say not good. And balance. So, and you know how you feel like when you do this afterward? You feel good, right? So you have a kind of levitation. You get up from the gravitation from the earth. You feel a few seconds light. So this makes you happy. That's why jumping. This is easier to jump. That's why also jumping. It's good. The children they like to jump, and then they feel better. They're jumping more, feel more better, right? And then we come. Or we see them say, "Stop now, finish." But the jumping in the children is so much. There's so much in that. So and they are, they're walking. Always they make them running and jumping on. Yes.
I feel that when I jump, there's a really like here on this area. So maybe it's good before jumping to do a bit of the hitting. It's like really.
You can do. The thing. It's like this. This is the fear. What you come on. And this is here. So, because when you go somewhere what is not so secure anymore, right? See, you're losing the grounding, right? So we get tight.
Yes, I feel it.
So this, so that's why I mean they have the delivery. It's you can see also they have some hold. So on you don't need really to hold, just to be secure, and then you can go more in the inner side. But over the time, your body learn this, and it's like somebody going on the boat first time. They're so, and also they just walk on the boat. They don't mind anything. Even the boat makes like this. It's just a habit of holding the balance. No, I think this was just to come out and this. Oh my God. So this, I mean, when you hit before you go out, you will have to say.
And the liver, it's also like.
The liver is stressed, right? You get a little bit stressed, right? The liver is. But it's very good. Like when you do jogging. You jog for 15 minutes on that, you jog for 15 minutes, you get really tired. But this is not, you're not harm the joint. No, when you're jogging, it's very good, but all the modern sport, very good, but they have a great negative side effect, actually like the normal medicine. They are very good, but so many side effects. Right? When you read the description, so many side effects they have. Right? This is actually the modern sport exactly the same. They are one thing very good, but they have so many side effects. But the Qigong, all this practice, they're very good, but not have the side effect. It's like the alternative, the herbal medicine. And so, when you go jogging, it's important you have a very good shoe that do not harm your joint. And so they know you harm your joint so much, right? That's why they're selling you the very expensive shoes. And this is good for the joint too, but not to just a few minutes, a little bit, and you can increase that. But if you have time, the practice, also practice we still need to do. But this is like in the morning when somebody has right now a so important thing to do, go a little bit and jump a little bit and make the body good feeling, right? So that is also one thing. We need to make the body good feeling, and so try to do the practice what you have learned now. Take this what you like to do and practice this, and then over the time you see, you know, as last time I said, the puzzle what we have. You take one puzzle, one piece of the puzzle what you like, and you focus on that. And later on you take another puzzle, so you put finally the whole puzzle to one picture. So this here, it's a very good picture to see what we need, what the practice should do, right? So we have the pumping, we have the water wheel down here, right? The water wheel. We need to get the energy, the fluid up. I mean, you know, it's amazing. This is quite old, and how they had the knowledge that this is, we have the fluid coming up, how to have the fluid coming up and all that. So we need pump to get the fluid up, and we need to cultivate, you know, when you have no food, as a farmer, you need to cultivate the land, ploughing the land. So this is your Tantien area. This is the field, the elixir field, or the rice to plant. So you need to plough. You can make the soft. We know now we have the immune system here. We have the digesting here, the absorption, the elimination. We know now exactly that how this works, but this can only work when here is flexible, and not tight. So the emotion makes us tension, right? Tight, so everything tight here. The food, the bacteria producing gas makes tension here. So we need to get them out. So that's why we have elimination system, not only the rectum, we have the skin, the sweating, and the belching and yawning. We'll get this out. So these are the very important part. When you do sometime evening, it's good also, like before you go to bed, do a little bit relaxing. And when you do this part, you start to yawn, to belch, because the energy moving push the gas out. And you will see, in the evening when you bounce a little bit, you yawn. Sometimes, I bounce and say, yawn or I belch, get this gas out, and then the sleep is very good, the brain uses 25% of the body energy, and he produces a lot, and producing garbage. I think there's about 7 grams garbage, something. And only the sleep, good sleep, can remove this garbage out of the brain. That's why the sleep is so important. So how we get a good sleep? We need to be relaxed. No big digesting. So when you have late food, it's already one point what is bad. And not too late, not over midnight. Because, I mean, we have in the traditional term, we say always the sleep around midnight are the best, right? We say that. And I always was thinking maybe it's good because the ghost not coming out yet, right? But it's not about the ghost, it's about the melatonin production. So when we have a good sleep, a deep sleep, midnight to 2 o'clock and this then, the melatonin production is highest. And need to be dark. If it's not dark, there's so don't put any light on. So empty stomach, and also you need to have some water. In the body. And okay, some people say, oh, when I drink water, I need to pee out. I mean, but when you need to pee a lot, you need to strengthen your pelvic floor. You know, you remember when you're young, you not have to pee when you go bed, right? Young people not have. Why old people they need to do? Because the pelvic floor weak, cannot hold anymore. So you need to strengthen the pelvic floor. And how you strengthen the pelvic floor? Squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. Anytime when you have nothing to do, when you listen to me and say, oh my God, he's telling me some boring thing, you squeeze your anus, your perineum. You do something good for you, right? Not to complain who talked there so bad and all that. You just make yourself bad, right? So when you're somewhere you don't like at the moment this situation, take the thing and you squeeze internally your perineum, you squeeze, relax, or you do kidney breathing. When you have the back here, you can feel your kidney expand, contract, kidney expand, contract, and same time when you expand, you squeeze your perineum. You can do all these things, but mostly we're starting to complain when something is not so, oh, this is not good, this, we start to complain. And anytime when you complain, how we feel bad, right? So who we harm? I mean, if we not complain like directly, we just we have some things thinking, oh, this, no, but we're not telling the people anything, just we feel, complain on these things, we harm ourselves, right? We can see something not good, okay, how we can change. At the moment, maybe I cannot change, so I change my inner feeling. I smile inside. So the daily life is the practice. Is the performance. And you practice to perform better. The daily life is the performance. So if you perform bad, mean you need to practice more. Right? So if somebody perform bad on the stage, he had not practiced before. So the same. So when you can totally all the time very emotion or all that, so you need to practice more, and one day you will achieve the performance it's not that you behave good according to the other people. You do good for yourself. This is the most thing. We don't need to, how I perform good, they think that I perform good. No, my inner feeling, I have to feel myself good. Right? Even the outer environment is not perfect, it's not fit at the moment. And many times we cannot change this, but when I change my inner environment, the outer we're going to change. But we always try to change. So we have learned this week the cosmic vision, I recommend if somebody has some eye problem or that, the book. It's quite a good book, and there's some exercise. What I like, I mean, the thumb and the point is one. I usually I do with the point on the paper. So I have the point. You can do a black dot on the paper, and using this, the dot, and then also you can use the like how you call a letter, like, and depends. You know, when short or wide along this side, you need to, when you wide-sided, mean you cannot see short. So when you short, you need to make the letter that you can see clearly, and then you try go close that you still can see the sharp. And you train this, and over time you can go closer to see sharp. So you can try, and if you have wide, you can short-sighted, you can wide not see. So you need to have something make smaller, and you put on the stick, and then you focus. I mean the letter, and you go until you see sharp, and then you come back until you can go farther away, and to train the eye like this to get. The also thing, this movement, you go. This is the muscle. You strengthen and the tendon, and then you can also train the sight, so that you see. You need to focus sharp, so you can see this. But you need to have a different. Everybody's different size, and you have to see where you can see sharp, and then you move until you not see sharp, and again, and then you go away. And then you move, and then you can also a little bit on the side, so you can train your eyes to see sharp again. I can do that. So it's quite. It's a training. I think the some Egyptian eye training. I don't know really. I'm not so much in that, but so this you can do the light. So the muscle, it's good. You look if you have the thumb, or just you see. But you need to focus. One thing also I like, in last week, we had the tracking gaze to the pearl. Actually, you can see a pearl in the finger. So when you have the hand like this here, and then you can focus to me, and that this you see. Actually, you see the tip of the finger. You cannot see me anymore. Right? So there are the two finger like cut, and you see them in the middle. Here the two hands, but in the middle you see this part. It's like a pearl. Can you see that? No. Actually, it's like a pearl. That's why the dragon gaze to the pearl. So when I do that, and I relax, now when I go like to you, I not see you anymore. But when I look, I can see. But when I relax my Now I not see you anymore. But I see everything around. And this in the middle is like a pearl. You need to train that. That is the pearl. That you need to focus on this, the pearl. Focus on the pearl. This is the dragon gaze to the pearl. So this is, you have any question to the cosmic vision? Then we did the iron shirt. And the iron shirt has a lot, I mean, especially the embracing the tree has a lot to do with the psoas muscle. And this, the animation, I think I already show you, but I want to show one. This, for me, was very clear that how this worked when I saw this animation. So the iliacus, this here, what is involved with the leg movement here, what we're using many times. I mean, when you're moving the leg. And then the psoas muscle from the thoracic 12, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 lumbar, and going down to the femur bone here. And you see the psoas muscle makes the lumbar curved here, tight. And this tension needs to make that you can stand up. So when the baby not can stand up, is this so weak, so he cannot stand up. So this tension he need to stand up. So the upper thigh is quite tight. So when you're not going to move the lumbar, we're not moving here, the lumbar area, the upper part of the muscle is not, you only use this part here, but not the, here you see so you see when moving the leg, here this part is moving. But this can be very tight still. You can still move the leg. So here you can move the leg, but not here. But when you move in the leg with this here, you activate the door of life. When you move here. So this part. So all here it's oh. I now put in. Why not? Why not? My battery. When you move, but not moving the lumbar here. So when you stand in the, you go in the sitting position, so you stretch the lower part, but when this is tight, is still round here. So now when I can relax my lumbar, I can relax my psoas muscle, my lumbar gets straight. When I can relax the psoas muscle, I can move my lumbar in the rhythm of the breath in this position. So I can breathe. But when it's very tight here, I can only breathe in here, my door of life not move. So I still have tension here, and tension makes the energy not flow, right? So we need to learn to go and sit. So I make this here long, the lower part, but here on the top is still short because my lumbar is still curved. So when I make my lumbar straight, the upper part also getting stretched. And when the muscle gets stretched, he can be getting relaxed. But when he's short, he's tight. And this is embracing the tree stand. You need to learn this. So first, then I can stop now. So first, we start with the shoulder wide stand. So this is about shoulder wide. This is about. I like even a little bit wider than too close. The feet parallel, so we look to the outer part. Mean the back is more open. Now the knee is slightly bent. Now I always learned we have to screw into the ground with your knee out, but then we go out like this. So actually we need to move the knee a little bit out to open, to make the arch of the foot round. The arch of the foot. And the arch of the foot here opens also the bubbling spring, the kidney 1 point. But when the foot is flat in here, you're very weak. So to get the balance better, you have to make the arch of the foot strong. And this you get by a little bit the knee out. You can see when you put screw a little bit out the knee, the arch getting bigger. And then the toes a little bit. So this gives you a firm. When you bring the knee a little bit in, the foot is like flat, you're weak. And that is when you want to learn to stand on one leg, is one thing. You have to arch and make them strong. If the arch not strong, you cannot stand on one leg. So this can help you to make the arch of the foot strong. Now here the groin, open the groin is the pelvic open. Here this is the pelvic one. They have to open like this. Here the sacrum. So you have to visualize that you make your pelvic bone here, that you open here. And how you make them open is with your heel. Your heel move like this, but not move. I mean, you keep on the floor, but you move a little bit the heel out, and the knee is firm, right? Like here the elbow, like when I want to move my hand with my shoulder. So this here, so I move my shoulder, my hand move from the shoulder. But when the elbow is not firm, my elbow move like this. So I keep my elbow here, and I turn from this is like the feet, and here the pelvic upper part. So you need to open here the shoulder. This is exactly what we need to do here. But here I not have a floor. My feet is not like this. So when you can, here I can, my shoulder. So I open my hip. So I open also the iliacus, the iliosacral joint here. This allows me to sink in your quad, This is the sit, but not sit. But now the lumbar need to be straight. But normally we do sit, but not sit. And then we say, tuck in sacrum, make lumbar straight. We make like this. Now the lumbar is straight, but here is tight. So you need to learn to keep this relaxed, and now lumbar straight. The sacrum a little bit in, without moving my hip. And the sacrum go a little bit in, my lumbar getting straight. But this only you can get when you work a lot with the lumbar, with the psoas. Otherwise you not get. That is one thing to learn. And to learn this laying down on the floor or on the wall, when you have a wall, and press the lumbar to the back without the moving the hip, or on the floor the same. You lay on the floor. Now when the floor, the lumbar is curved, and then you bring the lumbar straight and round, straight and without moving the hip. On the floor or on the wall you can do, or even you can do on a chair. On a chair you can do also. On the chair you can do, you need to put here on the chair here, and just press the lumbar to the back and relax. Press to the back and breath. So your lumbar press to the chair. So when the chair is not so soft, it's easy to do here. And just focus on lumbar. This is the feedback. So press, and on the beginning you can use any muscle to help, and later on you feel you need less help. You can do by your own, just the psoas. So you can practice on sitting, laying down, or sometimes when the wall. You have to wait. Waiting, sometimes we get upset when we have to wait, right? And to take this an opportunity and say, thank you that you let me wait, I could practice. This change the situation on that. And never, when somebody come late, this is his problem. He getting stressed. You just relax and you practice. But he gets stressed because he has to run, or maybe in the traffic and all that, and oh my God, I'm now late and all that. So let him do the thing, and you just relax and do your practice. So this changed my life a lot. So I use all these things just to do some practice when the environment make me something what not I expected. Yes. Yeah, I mean, mostly with the anus, you have more force. Yeah, and you can that usually you practice together. And later on, you can do individually, but to get more force, you squeeze, pulling up. Then that's not the perineum. You can always use as a help. This one, or this you can move it. The perineum training in the Western world, we call also Kegel exercise. You know, Mr. Kegel, he did this perineum. So there are different kind of pattern of squeezing the perineum. Yeah. And the PC muscle is an important muscle. They have a direct, actually, what they found out is the only muscle has a direct connection to the brain. And when you squeeze the perineum, the PC muscle influence the brain. I mean, there you can feel also when you squeeze the perineum, this muscle is a different feeling as when you squeeze other muscle. Actually, that's why I call love muscle. You feel good, right? It's good. So somebody look around, you feel good. He feel inside good, so you don't need anything more, right? Feel good. So you squeeze your perineum there. So when you're standing, you move slightly from the heel to the toes. Sometimes you can feel, you can think a little bit, like you can mentally, physically, you think. Well, I think, I can more let go, I can more relax, I can more relax. And over the time, you know, the arm, you make a test. You make the chest here and the arm front here. Arm feel very heavy, right? Now you sink the chest. It's less heavy, right? So you need to find like a balance. If I can bring the in the balance, he stay. But if I hear my arm for, so if bring my arm in the balance, I don't need to hold the arm. It's helping me to hold. So it's not the arm stay. So when you find this internal balance, you're not holding the arm. On the beginning, you hold, so you need to relax. Chest sink. And more the chest sink, arm come a little bit more in the balance, and then the whole, with here, the sinking. The same night, when I bring the arm down, I go more back, right? When I bring the arm front, I'm more in front. So I bring my arm in and the hip into a balance. Then I don't need to hold. So you can stand very long time. Over time you go adjust because you cannot stand. But when you get this a little bit explained, you can play with this. So feel, okay, I sit, and the more I sit, my arm can go a little bit more to the front. The less I sit, I have to bring the arm a little bit closer. So you find some balance here, that the arm and here is in balance. That you need to find out. Then is effortless standing. This 1 point. And when you move from the heel to the toes, when I'm at toes, it's more tight here. When I'm the back, it's more tight here. So you using all different muscles. When you keep in one place, few muscles are more tight than the other. They get this one more tight, they get more tired, right? But when I go back, now the front muscle can more relax. Now the back muscle will be more tight. So you change, keep, and this is also pumping the energy, the fluid. You pump. So you not stay completely fixed. So you're moving front, back. And sometimes also you can little bit on the beginning, you bring the arms slowly down. But do slowly move. And you're coming up. Or when you're in a position here now, you're somewhere tension, just move a little bit move. I do now a little bit move here or here. But not this. This is a loser. Oh, I fail. Don't make you a failure and loser. Just go a little, allow you to go to change the position. And then you come up or you move. Don't need so big movement. I just show you some little movement. And over time, we really start a little bit to tense, because how you get the tension out? To get more tension. So you squeeze out. And especially in this area, so you get the tension out. So you can do many things. I do some belly breathing. And just move again. And this bone breathing, like breathe in and squeeze. I like by bone breathing, inhale in, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. So you can do this bone breathing. We're going to do a little bit more the bone breathing after the break. We have a short break and then we continue.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Because you, in class in the morning, you were talking about doing the belly breath.
Mm-hmm.
But Manta, Chia, he was like doing the breath here, doing the breath here, doing the breath. So,
It's too complicated.
okay, just when you do.
I mean, you can focus, but in general, you start just to the belly, right? But you can later on, you can do a little bit more in the lower part, but or in the upper, you can,
Like exercise.
you can differ. But on the beginning, first, I mean, the normal breath already is quite difficult for us. When you do a lot, then you can differentiate all these parts. But you can focus. When I breathe, you can focus. Do normal breath. Focus more on the lower part. Focus more with the hand and the upper part. So you can do this. You can variation that. But actually, the whole body will move. But you can focus on this part. And the rib cage here, we do by the heart here. The rib cage here. The rib expanding this here. Okay, we have a short break.
if it's possible to use the card today.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you know what? Sunday I had a shaman session, and because there was always someone in the sleeping room with me, and now it's gone, and now so I slept Sunday for the first time
Alone.
For the first time alone. It really felt like that. Yeah, but they make a lot of noise, a lot. So I was like, what is it silent today? Yeah, so that's a very strange experience that something like that was possible.
Yeah, they can help you some when you have some. But the thing it's when you do the protection.
Yeah.
They also to just put or the pack around the protection, then you can. Then
They do also over here.
Huh?
They do also in TAO Garden. This
What?
with the pakwa. Or
No, when you do the fusion, you put the.
you do yourself.
You do yourself.
Oh,
right?
that is what you mean. Okay. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. So, yeah. Very strange experience. It feels a lot better, also over here. Like a lot of stress is gone, and also in my lower back.
Yeah, they can take some energy out too.
Yeah, but she said it was like seven different.
There are the.
Yeah, from but I don't know if it's true from 150 years old from my family or something that don't want to go, something like that.
No, they cannot go.
Oh, they cannot go.
They have no energy anymore.
Oh.
That is actually what I understand. This is like the Christ or say the hell, right? You stuck here. You have no energy
To go.
Because you need energy to go. And when you miss this, they cannot. They have no. I mean, from my understanding is. Our body, we can create energy, but if you have no mass, you cannot create energy. And they cannot create unless they get from other people the energy, then they go.
Yeah, because at the moment when I did the breathing in my bed, I see someone that was taking something from my belly. It was really like I go up like this, and that was the moment that someone told me you need to do a session like this. Feel more clear or something. Very strange. Yeah. But good. Oh, my shoes are over there.
You can also rent this card if you want.
Sorry?
You can rent this card too. This car you can rent. I rent out too.
Okay. I prefer the other one.
This don't need gasoline.
Yeah, much cheaper.
Are they bringing our water in here?
Yeah, I think yesterday they had that.
But why not put on the waterfall? Much nicer.
Oh, there's a waterfall over here. Oh.
Actually, they built the waterfall to bring water in here. This very nice idea, but I don't know why they don't do.
I think they forgot or are too lazy. Yeah.
No, they have this. Yeah, from here. Yeah. The pump. They take the pump and then they're selling them. Here they pump and do waterfall, and then it's nice. So we have a waterfall and thing, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
But now they build a waterfall,
Yeah.
and then they're not using anymore. I mean, the idea was nice to have a waterfall, using the water go in, right?
Yeah. But this is also a kind of waterfall.
Yeah, yeah.
Before.
Actually, for here, this thing, they should use like a solar panel and just use this
Then
pump.
you can use all the time.
When sun and when no sun, okay. No. Okay. So when from the embracing the tree is a good position to go into the holding the golden urn. And actually holding the golden urn is involved with the tendon. So we have the pinky finger. The pinky finger goes down to the small toes. And the thumb line goes down to the big toes. But to feel this connection, when you stand, you actually have to feel this connection too. So you feel also the earth energy and the heavenly force, but also the tendon line connection. But to get this tendon line connection, you need to first to activate. You need to make the connection and until you can talk, right? If you're somebody here and here and they're not connected, you cannot talk. So the connection is you make them tight. When you tight and when you move, then you feel you have the string of a guitar. When it's very loose, and you make tight here, nothing move. But we make the string a little bit tight, you move, you have to make the sound, right? This is the same, you make first, you make tight. So you stretch your finger, you squeeze your muscle, tight. And then you move the hand. It's like in the front, you turn by the guitar, the tuning beam. So you stretch tight and you turn. And you feel it getting more tight in the tension go more. Right? So you're going to activate, goes to the back. Now you can feel it goes down. So when you tight also starting to get the tension, the whole body, then you can feel the tension go right, you have the connection. But then you need to relax. When you connect, it's like you're dialing up, and now you communicate, you're breathing. So you have done the connection, and then you relax, and then you have the palm breathing. And then for the thumb, the same. You stretch, you squeeze not only the arm muscle or the leg muscle, you squeeze your toes. Now everything squeeze, and now you move. Now I feel, and now relax. So you activate the 10, and this is heavenly thought. Then you feel the palm raising. So this is holding the golden urn. So in the beginning, when just like this here, it's a variation, but I like this activate my tendon. So I stretch, and relax. Then stand, belly button. Exhale, stretch, twist. And relax. Palm breathing. So you try to holding a golden urn, not like this. You cannot hold an urn. So you need to try to make this flat, that you're holding the golden urn. This is the turtle. To stand longer, I'd like to have the arm more in front, not too close here. But here I fall more to the back. Here, although I have more the balance. Here. And you try, this opens the quad. So when you can go down here, more in here, you open here. You can really sink more in here. Open the quad and strengthen the back. The iron bridge is you tighten the buttock, that you not bend too much here. So you tighten the buttock and you start to upper part. I like to stretch this, but as a beginning, you need the chin in, but I like to stretch the front part here. So really, I stretch my chest and here. So the finger up the kidney and out, not too close on the body. As more you go up and you out, you feel you open more the chest. If you bring the finger too close, here you're not open. But you go with the hand more out, really open the chest here, this part. We need to open this part. This actually we activate the front channel, and then from here activate the back channel. And when you're here, when you have the hand here, it's not the same as you have the hand, the arm, little bit an extension from the spine. You can try out yourself. You bring the arm just hanging down like this. You bring the arm a little bit to the front. Here, an extension from the spine. It stretches out more, right? Here. You see? When you have the arm a little bit more for help you, then here. Here it's more here, but to get the stretch out here, you bring the arm to the front, and then you stretch this part more. What is more important to stretch? So the arm position, the same. The arm position when we stretch is a crucial point. When the arm a little bit in front, do not have the same stretch when the arm here. I have a different stretch when I have the arm just an extension from my spine or here. Here I stretch my shoulder. Here I stretch my spine. So the arm position, the arm are using to stretch my spine. So how you have the arm position is a point when you go down. Then the phoenix is we activate the chi, we pack the chi into the organ. So you can feel like the finger is like a laser beam. And this laser beam shine into the organ, and you wrap this laser beam around the organ. So you can move a little bit. So you feel like you energizing the organ. So you start on the squeeze perineum, then you come to the kidney. Mansia use the intestine, but usually we do just the kidney, liver, spleen, heart, lung. We have this thing: liver, kidney at the lower part, liver a little bit higher, liver, spleen, and heart and lung higher. We have these 3 points. So the finger point to the part where we use, so from the perineum, and then you inhale, inhale, inhale. If you not have enough volume of your breath, you can exhale a little bit. But over time you get enough volume, and if you not breathe on the beginning too much, you can easily, so you inhale, inhale, inhale. So until you're really out of breath, you have inhale. And as you like, you stay a little bit longer. To be a little longer, you can breathe a little bit up. But over time, you can hold the breath. You don't need to breathe. Like inhale, exhale. Inhale. Wrap, wrap. Inhale. Wrap, wrap. Liver, spleen. Inhale. So now you fully inhale. When you fully inhale, you come to the exhale. Now we do, the simple version is just pushing the hand out, you exhale. The advanced version, you're using all what you learned before. So, tendon, stretch my finger, I squeeze, I twist. Now I push from my heel, my lumbar, my chest, my shoulder. So I make this push, right? So like the langsam, and the chin, and the perineum. So I can use all this in the practice. So you have all this, you can integrate this. You can do only like, it's like an empty push. Or now I exhale and fully tight. Now I go inhale, and when I tight and make my finger like this, is more tight, right? It's like I'm tuning my string. So I make even more tension. Now fully tight, and now when I inhale and I squeeze up, I can pull this back and pull up. So you inhale 3 times, fully inhale. Now you relax the tension, but you fully inhale. Your tension relax. Now you relaxed, and now you're going to tight again. So you're going to tight again, you stretch, you squeeze. Now I go, what we do in the iron shot 2, the same, but just the hand down. So my finger tight, my shoulder, my chest. my chin. When I exhale, my belly expands. So when I do the sound, so my fingers are tight, my muscle tight, my perineum up. I expand the belly by exhale, like in Trampoline Qigong. My tongue, my chin, even my eye. So all I integrate, fully tight. And then I relax, totally relax. Now I stretch my tendon, my toes. Some move the leg like this. I just stretch my toes. I stretch my toes. I stretch my finger. Here I make this movement. I pull my hip front, my tongue up, like I make like to the section over here, like tongue is, and my eyes look to the nose, all together. And then you relax. So you can do, already did, like one time with 2 sounds. Then you can choose whatever sound you like. If you want to go the 6 healing sound, so this is now the 2 first sound, like the lung and kidney. And then you come the liver and heart. And then you do the spleen and triple worm. You can do 3 times the set. Huh? So the thing is, first inhale, inhale in, activate the organ. Then the tendon. Squeeze. And then the sound. And here, make my background. This is, remember in the Trampoline Qigong, the bear. Same, it's a little bit the same movement. So make the bear back. So make the whole background and then relax in it. So you can integrate all these also tools. The practice can be done for beginners in simple movement, and the advanced practitioner take all the other tools in. Right? So everything fits together. It's not, this is completely different, has no connection to this. So the Taoing, the Trampoline Qigong, the Golden Elixir Qigong, the Iron Shirt, 1, 2, 3, they are separate practice, but over the time they come together, they're merging together. And then you integrate this in the Tai Chi, in the moving form. This is mostly standing forms. And then you can use this in the moving form. So the same like to practice meditation sitting, and then you do meditation walking meditation, right? So, but in the moving, you can use these details in the moving, but that it makes then the Tai Chi in form. So we have what I'm going to teach now in the December, the Primordial Alchemy Qigong. This very easy form, simple Tai Chi form, kind of Tai Chi form, Qigong. Then Tai Chi 1, Tai Chi 2, Tai Chi 3. But this is not, you have to learn first this is just, each form has an essence, but actually they are all these forms very short, so finally you can do them all together. So, I mean, we did already the beginning of the inner alchemy Qigong. So, you know, the Qi ball, you practice the Qi ball, and then this is like a hand movement. But when you move your lumbar your thoracic, your cranial. So you have this movement here from the spine. So the spine movement. This you have here, the spine movement here. And your focus is the eye. You're using the eye power on the hand. So it's not just the arm movement. So you have this spine twist, and here you have the moving the spine. This is like spinal breathing or crane neck, or this activate the pump here. Or there is one form is the dragon tail Qigong form. So, but this is just to activate the pump using the microcosmic orbit, and then we activate the thrusting channel, activate the bridge and regulator channel. So with the hand movement you activate the internal channel. So this is the primordial alchemy Qigong practice. So when you have all this Qigong already done, you can integrate in the form, and then that makes more interesting. But so there is a different. You can start from different points. As I said yesterday, last time, the puzzle you can start on the edge or in the middle, but finally you bring the puzzle together. Some people start with Tai Chi and say, oh, something missing. Some even they're starting with martial art, is something missing. And somebody who do only meditation, then find they miss something. They not have the whole picture. Then you go, and that is a good thing in the Universal Healing TAO. We have everything there. We can look sometimes what they also have, but actually that same like what they're doing. So you start to understand what they're doing. You know, there was, very famous always is going to China to learn the Qigong, right? And all people, they go to China, stay there. They stay a few months, a year there. And when we opened TAO Garden, it always they came here. And then I said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm China. I studied Tai Chi or something like that. And I said, why you come here? First of all, hygiene, the food. There's also good food here, and it's much better here. And then they said, in 1 week I learned more than what I learned in 1 year. Information. I mean, they do the practice, everyday practice there, but the information they not get in there. And that is, so it's good. I mean, you need the practice, but it's also good to have the information. One time, there's a Wuhan mountain. This is where is the Taoists. They have this the cave and all that. The Taoist very famous place. And Mahashia went there one time, and he also went up to. They have some stay up to the cave, and they live in the cave. Even they make the caves. They had done the caves in the granite. And then he was wondering, Mahashia, what they practice. And he had one, he came a little bit closer because he could talk to him. Some they meditate and not talk anything. And he could talk to him. And he said, what are you doing? But he not so really want to say what he's doing. But then one day he said, yeah, you come tomorrow, I show you what I practice. Mahashia very curious, go this cave, visit him, and then he bring a little booklet, The master looked at the booklet and said, "What is? Yeah, I practice this thing." Then he opened the book. Oh, looks actually my booklet. What I think was the fusion practice. I looked like my booklet. Then it was written there. I mean, a greeting. I mean, who gave to him? It was Gianni Del Orto. He was a senior instructor in Italy. Gave this booklet for Maci to the monk, and the monks thought, "Oh my God, yeah, this is actually what I'm practicing." And found out. I mean, you know, they learn from master, and they have not so much, you know, from wording and all that. But they not have this in a written form and all that. And so. And then many masters also come here to listen to Mahashia, what they're interesting, what he explained. Now it's so easy to understand for us, because at the beginning it's not so easy to understand this practice. So this is the iron shirt. Now at the iron shirt 2. Iron shirt 2. What I like now to mention, you should also integrate the eye power. So when you sit and you stretch a little bit the finger, like the palm, and you do with the eye, like a bit tight and relax. So you're using the eye power too. So when you limit the tension, so we have this. Also you can do in a soft version. Sometimes just you start with the feet. You press the feet down. You press down. So by exhale. So you exhale, press down. Exhale, press, and then you press and squeeze your perineum. Keep pressing and squeeze your perineum. So in the exhale, you expand your belly and lumbar. Exhale. To all the feet, perineum, all together. All together. In the press, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And then little bit the chest. Scapula, hand, the finger, chin, tongue, and eye. So inhale, exhale. So this is a soft, and then you can do a little bit harder. So your feet, your perineum, your belly, your chest, scapula, finger, hand, chin, tongue, eye, so this coordination you need to train. You have this in the timing of all this that need to train. It come automatically. And then just a little bit pulsing. But still everything is still pulsing, moving. What you can then, the next step is you do this on standing, what is exactly the same. So you don't need to go too much up, so that little bit on the toes. So you have the same, the toes, then perineum, and then the lumbar, when you exhale, chest, scapula, and the finger, chin. Chin makes the cranial here. Chin makes the cranial. And to a little bit advance the cranial with the tongue, you have more power here with the tongue to open the cranial part and the eye. So do it soft and then do. So now you need to focus on the weak point. It's mostly the lumbar and the cranial. So focus is lumbar, cranial. And to get more power, then you can use the perineum more. And to get more power in the cranial, the tongue. And mostly do a little bit slower, not too fast. That you have. So you can check all the points. So this is the major part of the form. And then here is you have the roof. So first, actually, the eight is just a slightly pulsing. More the heart and the palm, and all these points are moving, but do not have much body movement. Then the roof is now with the pinky finger. So this one. And then we have the thumb line. Yeah. And then we have the wrist with the middle finger, more wrist here. Here, focus more on the middle finger. And then we have the roof on the solar plexus area. And then we have the pulsing, but exaggerate, like straight. You have more finger and more body movement. So this is the 6, and then the 7, turn around. And now we work a little bit more with around the lumbar and the scapula, moving around here. And more down, you coming a little bit from up. So these are more in the back here. This is the 8. But all feet, perineum, lumbar, chest, tongue, eye, all the time on this.
Where's the tongue? Is it at the front of the mouth or just
the force, you want to get force, you press the full tongue out. Then you press the full tongue out, and you feel here, feel more force. But energy, you put only the tip up. Energy connection behind the front teeth. Otherwise, the full tongue, pull up. That is to activate the cranium, the cranial part. The perineum is more in the lower part, this part, can more expand, the dantian. The tongue is more this part. Actually, the tongue position is, they find out the tongue position is quite crucial in your whole body structure. And the best is when the tongue up. And actually, now to my long year practice, when I look, my thumb is mostly up. Just then why sometimes is now the tongue up. You have to put the tongue up. I mean, I think when you practice, tongue go up. And I read also was an article that the tongue up position you have a better structure. They find it's like the tongue position and the sacrum. They're like for the balance for the whole structure. So I think for those they have, there is quite a severe problem for people. They had the coccyx too much in. When we child, we do sometimes some silly thing, right? And fell on that, and we see, oh my God, we can see star, right? It's very, very painful. And some they're really up here. And we had one person here, therapist. They had a treatment to, like with a spoon, to take the sacrum out. So you can also massage this area and get more, and leave it pulling out when the coccyx and the coccyx, when the coccyx up. No, sacrum not so, but the coccyx itself, the last piece, when this go up here, when we have here this, the last piece here, the coccyx, when this is up here, it can create problem. It should be like this here, not up here. Yeah, and then, yeah.
Before we finish, could we just go quickly through the differences between the 5 elements and the unique sounds? You don't need to practice them, just talk about
in generally, like the basic, we learn the ABC, we learn inner smile. Inner smile is a form, just we smile to the organ, and we see the color and the positive emotion. This is the simple version. The 6 healing sound is we dealing with the negative, and we balancing also the negative on it. And all that we do, both form, we going into the creation cycle. It's the same. Only the starting point. Like when you have the organ in one circle, and the top is like the heart, and then we coming down inside the spleen, and then the lungs, and the kidney, and the liver. So this cycle, we go all this cycle is like then we go like clockwise around. But with the inner smile, we start on the heart as a lord of all the organs, as to bring the blood in all the organs. And in the six healing sound, we start on the lung. We also involve the breathing part. And actually also it's the fall season, right? When we're going into the winter, calming. So actually, like we do the six healing sound in the evening, we go into the sleeping part, making calming down. So there you can use this kind of reason or anything. It's not something totally wrong. On the beginning, like Maharajia said, okay, he just learned like this, right? But you can find also kind of reason. But if you forgot and you start with one organ, not that one, but you should keep the creation cycle to enhance and each and support and to balancing the organ. And the creation cycle is when we look the element is easy to understand. On the beginning, just we heart, okay, then the spleen, and then the lung, and then the kidney and the liver. We just learn on the beginning. I learned just that, but nobody taught me about the element, about and then. But when you see the element, okay, the fire is burning and create ashes, is supporting, gives earth energy, right? And the earth is a supportive energy because there is some metal in. You find metal in the earth, and the metal has ability to hold the water. To hold and give, when the water energy is only strong when it's hold. If it's flowing away, it's gone, right? So if I have the water here, it's gone. But when I have a supporting metal pot, I can use the water. So it's a supporting energy for water, and the water is a supporting energy for growing, and the wood is a supporting energy to make more fire. So it's this way we understand how each organ can support the other organ. So you keep this cycle, and then in the 5 elements, you start with the liver, but sometimes you change also to the heart. But it's it's not so. Sometimes which direction, how many time, how you spiraling, and all these things. These are not that important part. But of course, when you teach, people ask, they need some help because it's better they know. I go now this direction, then I go there, and I count. But later on, you cook, right? Some people, they cook exactly on the cookbook, right? But over time, and then when somebody asks, how much this or this, I just, by feeling, right? You do just your feeling. And this is same in the practice. You don't care how many times, it's just you're feeling how it fits for yourself. So we can stack a little bit on the beginning. We look on the cookbook, we take this much, but over time you just, of variation, sometimes you do a little bit, you make your own taste, right? And this is the same in the practice. Now, like, this time now, it showed yesterday the 6 healing sound. Again, exactly again what he did many years ago. But long time, many years ago, we only make the sound and go to the organ. And then he started to with holding on the knee, relax, let go, and all this. We always did the sound and the relax, and all. And now it changed to that again. So what is right, what wrong? It's just how it feels like. And when you learn one thing, you just practice this, what you learned, and then one time maybe somebody do something, for my shear, what he always say, this makes sense to me. And he took it. When something, when he gets, many practice, like student, or he see this in master making some form or anything, this makes sense. And then he took something, a part of that, and make the form. Like the Sri Fire, 6 directions, so many forms we have. At the beginning, we bring into the make. Over the year, everything was a little bit dispersed. They do only Tai Chi, they only meditation, they do only the Qigong and only Tai Chi, and they not bring everything together. And this Mahashia brings this together. He not create anything. I mean, he just bring these pieces. He make the puzzle to see the picture again. That is a great task what he did now with all the books and all that. Make them this. I mean, many people sometimes they accuse you. He take this from this and take from this. Yeah, but he make something what is value what we can use. Right? The same like the holy water and all this. So he get this information from that, and then he understand. And the Chin Tsang the same. When the Chin Tsang he learned from a master what he said. Actually, I cannot really teach. You can just watch what I'm doing, because he not. But Mahashia start. This is you work with this organ. So he make it in the book and make it clearly way how somebody can learn, and also somebody can learn and teach again. Right? So we learn this, and we can start to teach. Right? Otherwise, just doing a form, and you learn the form. Many people, they are attending a workshop, they copy a form, and then they go back, and then they teach the form. But they have not the internal knowledge and wisdom on that. So we go into the bone breathing. Bone breathing, I like to have the bone breathing like what we do in the cosmic healing, to cleaning out. So you inhale and you exhale gray, cloudy out. So you can use for cleaning green or blue color. Inhale green and exhale gray, cloudy color. So you can do this 3 times, 6 times, and then blue. So you clean out, and then enhance the golden light. So you inhale the golden light, and you squeeze the golden light in the bone. So you're cleaning the bone, and then you enhance. And so you can do arm, starting with the arm. Later on, you can do all together. You don't need individually, just all. Like in the morning when you inhale, I do mostly just the golden light and squeeze in. Inhale, big breath, and squeeze in. So I do this, but when I teach a bit longer, I enhance, then I clean with the light. And there is the hanging weight is what I teach him most is in the Taoist secret of love, or the pelvic floor muscle. And because for main and important part of controlling ejaculation is the controlling the prostate and the PC muscle. They go together, and with this, when they are too weak here, they have ejaculation problem. And for women, when they're too weak here, they have orgasmic problem. You cannot have an orgasmic when you no have chi, no have energy in this here. And chi energy is strength, blood. When this muscle here very weak, it's very difficult to get orgasmic feeling, and all also problem also come. So that's why this practice can solve many also problems. So we strengthen the pelvic floor with the weight lifting, and the women is the uterus and uterus orgasm, and the muscle getting strong, and for the man, the prostate. And then of course is even the psoas muscle is involved, and you can energize and bring the sexual energy. Actually, you activate the sexual energy, and then you hit. That's why it's called using in the bone marrow the hitting thing. Okay, so I hope you get something about this class, and as I said, the secret is only practice. So thank you very much for joining me today, and wish you may the practice and Qi be always with you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.